don't even know what date it is. What date is it, guys? 17th?
17th.
17th.
The actual king plank, the part that you're going to see,
Yeah.
is only this wide. See these two lines here?
That's a turnbuckle.
That's a turnbuckle, right?
There it is, huh?
That's it.
Yeah. And to my mind, one of the most dangerous things on the boat.
Wow.
It has to be improved a little bit so that seat doesn't slip and slide around. Oh, that's beautiful work.
That is beautiful work.
Don't tell Dave I said that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, you're very welcome.
Merry Christmas.
All right,
Good to
we'll
see
see
you
you.
guys again.
Yes.
See you up in first.
I don't even know what date it is. What date is it, guys? 17th?
17th.
17th.
17.
All right.
Howdy.
Well, scaffolding's up. Let's go up.
That's what it looked like.
Wow, yeah. Looks like a boat. Oh, look at that. Ah, feels so good. Hey, Doug.
Good
How are
morning,
you?
gentlemen. Happy end of the year almost.
Happy end of the
Yes,
year.
happy end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, this is our last episode of the year. Episode 40.
We are experimenting with bending our teak here.
With bending your teeth.
Well, this boat we were talking about, Cho-Cho-san, is 6 feet shorter and 2 feet wider. So it's got a lot of deck curve.
Yeah.
This boat, it's got a lot of curve, but it's longer and narrower. So the teak bends in fairly readily.
Is this a piece of teak right here?
Yeah, this isn't one we're going to use. This is kind of a, it's good enough.
Okay.
The ends aren't very good, but we can use it for shorter pieces. This is mainly just a sampling. Like we've got to make a lot of patterns like this in order to, we got to make a little jig for that. So
What's
when
the
we-
pattern for this?
Well,
just a little
the-
cutout?
Yeah, when we put the deck down, this piece of hardware has to go right back in those holes.
Okay,
So we have that to do in several places.
gotcha.
And we were up here on the bow. This part here, we're just figuring out our plank lengths and widths and so forth.
Okay, I didn't know you were gonna be working on the deck right away. I thought we were going down below.
Oh, we are.
Okay.
But we wanted to get our brain wrapped around.
Okay,
What's
great.
left of our brain wrapped around this.
Great.
So, and also by doing so, we have to buy one more piece of teak. Because our longest piece is like 14 something.
Okay.
This one's 15.2.
Okay,
The one piece, that's it.
Okay.
one more piece. Okay,
You know, one chunk,
yeah.
about this wide.
Okay,
Because see, this is going to be sawn.
is that gonna be a different color than the rest?
No. You like this. See teak, see the color of that? That was only cut like an hour ago.
Okay.
Tomorrow that'll be orange. And then it'll slowly, you know, as it oxidizes, it'll change to its final color. But when you rip teak, a lot of times it comes out green looking on the inside. The colored green. Anyway, so once you're dead,
Going.
and this batten here, we were figuring out how we're going to do our nibs and so forth. But this measurement, 13 3/4,
Okay.
is constant. And by golly, the other side's the same. It's the only place.
13 3/4.
It's the only spot on the boat that's the same so far that we found.
Okay. I mean, so if you create the same angle, if you run it right along there and meet the nib at an equal place up at the top,
Yeah,
you're saying
exactly.
it just happens to fall back perfectly.
Exactly.
Wow.
And so when you're doing the nibs,
Good job, Italian boat builders.
yeah. Okay, the actual king plank, the part that you're going to see,
Yeah.
is only this wide. See these two lines here?
Okay.
And the plywood comes in and butts in the middle, so that the nibs are laid out on the plywood pieces already.
Right. Yeah.
they're 1.25" offset or something. I haven't the information on it. But yeah, they have to arrive in the same spot up here at the same time on each side. So fortunately, that distance there was the same on both sides of the boat. Probably from the original. Plus, when we cut this, remember we had to cut this?
Yes, you trimmed it off a little bit to clean it up.
Yeah. The batten. So we tried to make that as symmetrical as we could.
So Rich is off today.
Well, he was here and we're going, you know what, we're going to be right stumbling over each other. He's got all this sanded.
Right.
All through the boat.
That's
so
great.
It's all down in the hull here, so it's ready for its final coat.
Okay, so this bottom was resanded to get a new coat.
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to wait until the final planks are put on to do that final coat, or do as much as you can now?
Just do as much as you can.
Okay.
And then that way you don't have a big painting project. You have a bunch of little ones.
Okay.
So do you paint over the tops of these?
No.
No.
We'll hit those, sand them lightly or heavily,
Right.
and we're going to glue the plywood to them.
Right. So you don't want paint in the way.
Everything's going to be glued to everything because the next time this deck comes off, well,
We won't be on this planet.
no, and the boats will be illegal to own. They
Well,
will.
they're going to turn into firewood.
Why will boats be illegal? Because they can't catch you. What? Out in the-
If anybody can't catch this, it's because they can't swim very fast.
or they can't get far enough out. Yeah, once you're a couple hundred miles offshore.
Yeah, they just drop. I mean, come on.
They'll just drop a bomb on you.
My favorite thing about like the anti-government stuff. Yes, you and your AR-15s are going to go up against an M1 Abrams tank. Good luck with that.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about the U.S. military.
So what's next step then? The next 3-4 days?
Next 3 or 4 days, what?
What are we working on? What are you working on?
Well, we're gonna.
We're going inside, right?
Now that we know what we need, I'm gonna call the TED and say, send me a 15-foot, 3-inch piece of teak, vertical grain. No questions asked. Well, one, depending on what he has. If we could, otherwise, we'll have to make it in 2 pieces, which is not the end of the world.
That is what you
But we
would.
won't be really working on the deck for another couple of months, though.
A couple of months.
Right.
What happened to that other month?
I don't know. Like,
Oh,
are we
well,
going down below to get prepped
Down
for
below.
Dave?
Well, now, here's what we've got. We've got the patterns made for the stove and the fridge. So.
You already have those made.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A year ago.
Okay.
And right after you got them, remember?
Yeah.
And we have the new Thunderbox toilet, that is.
Okay.
And so we have to take that one out. We have some gluing to do down there because the bulkhead delaminations and so forth. We're not going to really put much of the interior in that we've already made until right before we drop the scaffolding again.
But we have a bunch of stuff to be made, right? Like the drawer there for the
Right.
one refrigerator and
Right.
And
we're good all the way back to the galley.
Yeah. The galley needs some work. I mean, and the bathroom needs some work.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Head.
a little bit in the head. The galley is a little while. In the saloon, we'll know in the next few days what size that top loading fridge is supposed to be. Well, for instance, these backing blocks, we have one up forward which we've made. We have to drill that and install it.
Okay.
It's already painted. Just,
So you're saying a lot of little stuff up here.
yeah, making sure that before we start putting this deck down, it's kind of like, make sure that you're not painting yourself in a corner.
Sure.
So everything cleaned up and painted and,
We're going to replace like these drain cables, these drain
oh my God.
pipes, yeah? We got to replace these, right?
Yep, and that heater hose unit, I'm not sure if you even want that.
I want the heater, of course.
Okay.
I want to put the little heater back in, absolutely. That makes everything better on this
There's our
boat.
notes there for the heater hose.
Good. Oh yeah, I've got to have,
So what
wherever
we-
that unit is, it should be around still.
Right down there.
No, but there's the actual, the heater,
Heaters should be down here. There's a unit right there.
That is the unit, yeah.
That's
just that little thing, that's the whole.
That's the exhaust for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
intake.
yeah. That whole thing is an entire furnace for the boat. It's so awesome. It is great. Changed everything in the boat. I'm serious. We never had heat, but you know, in Maine, you have to have the heat.
Oh yeah.
You know, or you have a little desktop heater, just to dry out your clothes and stuff. But when you put that in, it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh,
Luxury.
luxury.
A luxury for sure.
We don't have hot water, but we had at least hot air.
Well, we have that one block that we already made up forward. We just have to put it up, drill a 1/2-inch hole in it. And back here, you see all this stuff, they brought it down through the shear clamp, these 2 big bolts,
Okay.
and which is fine.
This is the rear. These are the
Mooring cleats.
mooring cleats.
Yeah. You can see the bolts down there. They're almost touching the plank.
Those are big ass bolts.
Yep. We got all our new chain plate bolts in that go through the planking.
So this, So this has been cut off.
That needs to be jacked up.
No, it's hanging way down
Yeah,
underneath.
both-
I can see it
both
from
those
here.
forward ones are hanging down.
Okay. So, okay. So the nut goes on top.
Yeah. And there's a nut on the bottom. It's just stainless raw thread.
Right. Back to you.
Are they the same both sides? Are
And
they the
that's why we're
same?
up here today, is to
Yeah.
reorient ourselves.
And that was not solid blocked under there.
Just bolted. And,
Wow.
and there were some big screws in there. What's this tape? Well, there's 3 screws that went in here, allegedly.
Well, we gotta remember we had to
Yeah.
take all this apart to access the screws, which are countersunk into this part of the...
But where are the screws, John?
Maybe they're tied to the other one.
Did I take it apart?
No,
No,
it was
Hensley.
John.
Hensley!
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 Damn it.
Ah,
That's no big deal.
Damn it, Hensley.
So,
That's a turnbuckle.
that's a turnbuckle, right?
so
Maybe the other one.
Well, we picked them both up, and there were no loose screws there.
Okay.
I mean, I had it. There were.
lots of 5200 on that. Well, it obviously didn't tear off the boat, so it must have been strong enough.
No, this is one thing that never came off. Other things may have flown off the boat, but not this.
No,
Various
No.
glassware, and
we've littered the floor of the.
we never lost a person, or we lost a mast, a couple of masts.
Oh,
There it is, huh?
That's it.
yeah. And to my mind, one of the most dangerous things on the boat.
Wow.
That is.
It is seriously. I
Is there a better way we can rig this?
Why, there certainly is, Ollie.
What would that be?
Well,
First of all, I hate that it's into the deck, right? I mean,
I don't mind that. I'm just saying, is this thing work good?
it's worked in the past. Well,
Everybody happy?
it's all,
Happy?
I'll tell you what. When your Jenny is not, and especially with the Jenna curve, when it's very much full pull without a lot, it's not lifting at all. Then it's great. As soon as it starts to lift,
well, because there's another block here. There's one where you run it to the block
another
here,
block, and then you come down.
and then up. So this keeps it on the right
So
angle.
That's where, and that little thing there is always like, yeah, how many turns do you want it? So, how many angles?
Right.
But it certainly is workable. It's never been.
Why would it be better to have one that angles up?
Well, no, as long as you have another block here.
Yeah.
And,
You have to have that other block.
and the angle is correct, and this is sloped towards the winch.
Yeah.
But you're saying this is what kills the toes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, either side.
Both of us
Pinky toes, yeah.
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 Catch a pinky toe on that. But nowadays, you know what? I let people wear shoes on the boat.
In fact,
I don't
this
care
is
if anybody. I don't make people take their shoes off.
No.
No, you're clean.
No.
Are you Japanese?
Well, no. I mean, the thing was, part of it was the kids. Is that we'd wear those boat shoes into the sand, and the little sipes pick up sand, and then you're scuffing all the bright work.
Sure.
So, and then you're leaving dirt everywhere, and so there was always the, go barefoot or have your own boat shoes, and none of us ever could figure that out. So the children, it's fucking stupid.
just
now it's like, Just, just don't step on the bright board with your shoes, because first of all, you'll fall and kill yourself.
This is a thwart ship's piece,
Okay.
which we couldn't help but wreck because of the epoxy. We'll just make a new one. Okay, you see how it sits here?
Okay.
I'm trying to say here, the seat
Yes.
and the propane locker
Yes.
has to be improved a little bit so that seat doesn't slip and slide around. Have to put some.
Right, because there was a piece of teak, there was a teak seat over the top of the lid.
Yeah, it's right down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it never quite fit right.
Well, it
It
just
was
would have a
roots.
tendency to slide out.
Slide
Right.
off of there.
Yeah, it would slide off of the
Which
shelf.
is, if you're sitting on it, just piss you off. But if you step on it and it slides,
Oh, it could be killer.
then you're hurt.
Yeah.
So we'll deal with that. But
You put just like some little recessed holes so it can lock down into it or something. How do you lock that in?
yeah, with little cleats.
Okay, little cleats.
And or recess it. But where was I going with that? The lid for the propane, we had to.
Yeah.
This had little 2-inch long planks in it
Right.
because this was cut out later, I think, or something. So we're not going to do that. We'll just put a solid piece across
Okay.
so that it.
That it runs off crossways.
Yeah.
Just a solid piece of wood.
Right. You're saying that the propane locker was probably added afterwards, where the original decking just came all the way through, and there wasn't any.
Yeah, so they just cut the deck out,
Right.
built the locker in somehow, and
Where is the? Okay.
So you're saying instead of putting all the little accent pieces of decking there, just put one.
accent piece. That's good. Yeah, just one piece. Boom, it's done. But here, see this bulkhead here? This is an inch thick,
Okay.
and we rabbited it into the beam, so the beam is actually sitting in about a 3/8 inch rabbet, so that it's now highly improved over what was there, and as well as this one.
Right. All right. Well, we're ready to go.
So here's a question for you. The thwart ship piece this comes across always sat away from the boom, or from the mast, from the mizzen mast.
This piece.
Right. Sits about 3 inches away, and you really like to be able to lean against the mizzen when you're sitting at the tiller.
I think you need a special
You
cushion
need
or something.
something there that either to move the piece back.
So you have a nice little
farther.
backrest.
So did you not? Well, no, because otherwise what you end up with is this, right? You have the little cross piece that's right in the middle. So you,
fulcrum.
so you want to actually take this, if you could, and push it back closer to the mizzen, but I don't know if that's really feasible to think about. So that was a thought. I'm gonna mess your.
Well, we used to just put a cushion back there. That's what makes up the gap.
Okay.
Call
Because
it
you need
upholstery.
something to lean back
You need
against.
something to lean back.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
So,
it's always something.
that
Like sometimes these aren't high enough.
right, they're
You
just
know,
not quite high enough.
everything's
If
like-
they're too high, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
This boat was not built for comfort.
No.
This boat was built to sail and to look beautiful.
Right. What's the saying? A ship is safe when it's in port,
Right,
but that's not what ships are built for. Hey, you know that. Okay.
Dave dropped off some of his electrical stuff, so this is a segment of the next episode, electrical update. And there's the panel. Beautiful, huh? Look at that thing.
Oh, he's got the hot tub switch on.
Oh, the hot tub switch is on?
Yeah.
Nice.
See?
Wow, that's a beauty, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, what else we got here? We got some coils of cable. This is all the low voltage.
That's it.
Look at this work behind here. This is what, quite frankly, this is what you pay the Grubble for.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful work.
That is beautiful work.
Don't tell Dave I said that.
No, it'll cost you.
Yeah, that's clean.
Yeah, really clean. I like this. He's got the choke on it,
What's the choke?
just to keep keeps it from transmitting.
Straight electricity.
Yeah, thank you. Something.
So hang on, the question was why are there such short ends on these? And we were told because there's going to be some kind of a junction box.
Right. See, look here. So let's say you're coming from running lights. There's more than one light.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but they all come to this thing, so they have to come to a junction block where the
All the
power
rest of
comes
them
to
come
here
in.
and then it splits.
Gotcha.
So that's the thought. Because you don't want to run everything directly to the panel, or you've just got a billion switches.
Now, Doug, do you like the way he's made this wood panel?
It's beautiful. Tin coated wire.
Yeah.
Looks like about 10 gauge.
No.
Good heavy stuff.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, you didn't want 16
No,
gauge?
No, it's 10. 10 gauge.
Nice.
No,
Okay.
You don't want 22 gauge. You know.
And this is 14 gauge, 3 conductor,
Right.
100 feet there. That's general purpose for lighting and so forth. 14 is a good size.
And then this stuff is for the batteries, I guess. Big ass.
So it's actually not. This is 3 conductor with a ground,
Oh, maybe that's for the.
Windlass.
with a control.
This is cabin lighting stuff.
Uh-huh.
The home runs.
Right, exactly.
Right to the front of the
split.
boat. Right.
Right, from the front of the boat to the patch bed or whatever it's called.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we'll next time we're here, we'll start seeing some of this stuff put in.
there.
Angelo,
Talk to me.
I'm good. Hold on a second. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Just pouring with rain.
It's pouring rain right now.
Yeah, I think it's just Oregon. I just think that part's going to be pretty much all the way to Vancouver. But
Oh.
anyway, I've accepted it, so I just deal with it.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, everything's going well. Getting some good mileage in the past couple of days. And yeah, just looking forward to getting supported.
Merry Christmas, and this is the last episode of the year.
See you in the first day after the first.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, you're very welcome. Of course. Douglas? Who calls him Douglas? Dougie? All right, we're going to get out of here. We'll let you guys get back to work. We didn't see any real work today, but we went over some stuff. What do you guys work? I mean, are you going to start something right now, or are you going
I'm gonna make those blocks for both
Clint's
sides.
going to make the blocks. Oh, nice. Okay.
For the turning block, yeah.
You know, we can make them.
Paint them.
Pam.
See if we can, with that angle drill underneath. That way we can just put the deck right on it where, you know what I mean? Maybe 1 or 2 little screws that hold it.
Little set screws. Yeah.
I need to get some actually shots of the hull, all beautiful and polished. All right. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Good to
We'll
see
see
you
you.
guys again.
Yes.
Yeah, see you after the first.
Okay.
Take good care.
All right, guys.
Yes. Yes.
Drive safe.
We left a little bottle of wine and a card there for you. Don't drink it all at one time. You don't want to hurt yourself.
Where's the corkscrew?
I won't let him open it until quitting time.
Quitting time. Because then he'll be asleep by 4 instead of like he goes to sleep already
here
at
in the
6,
morning.
6 at night.
Curled up.
It's easier when you use a handle because you don't, because it spins on that. You can drive it down and then pull the whole thing up.